Okay, so here's the thing, right? In the law video that I put up, my plan to drive engagement by farming dislikes did work. It did get dislikes, but it was my lowest performing video on my YouTube channel in months. So I think I gotta go the other way around and be positive. I love grapplers. Wait, shit, that's going to do the opposite. Whatever. King trailer.
Get ready for the next battle.
Anger of the beast. Alright, sure.
New challenge.
Is he still angry though?
King.
King. Yeah, we've seen that before. Oh, big power crush. Attack throw on the counter hit. Ooh, okay. A little bit more flair with the grabs. I like it. Wow, he can go power bomb into power bomb. Is that what I saw? Grabbing the grab at least. Good old Tekken 4 arena stage as well. Oh, he's got a microphone. Okay, this is pretty sick. Dude, this is cool. I like this a lot. Ooh, he can just absorb the attack and then go in. I like it. Big power bomb. That grab had an animation on it. And then, yeah, we saw that in the presentation. Wow, that can go in the heat as well. That's a big whiff punish for heat then. Rage Art. Okay, I'm sure there's a reference in there that just made me dizzy. Oh, guys, you know what this means? Look at this. Look at this. You know what this means? This right here. That's Armor King's 3+4. That means Armor King is dead. He died in Tekken 7 story. He's never coming back. If you weren't here in like 2017, 2018, people unironically said that about Armor King. Oh, King has one of Armor King's moves. Armor King's never coming back. Just brought back memories. I mean, it's like King is king. Woo. Nah, I disagree. He's got a lot of new stuff. Let's go back through it. Okay, when Harada had said that King's design or King's like gameplay in Tekken 8 made Harada want to play King, I see what he means. There's a lot of new stuff going on here. The boing throw. Listen, there's more going on than just the throw, okay? This is a new move. I heard this pointed out in, I think, the last trail, and I think it's true. The first move that they show with all of the characters is a new move. Let me slow it down here. So, what do we got? So that's a new power crush that he hasn't had before. Oh, and it goes into a command dash. See, this is new. Instead of having like Jaguar Step, I mean, he might still have Jaguar Step, but he has this command dash. He has it off of this armor move. He had it off of the armor move he gets in heat. Maybe he just gets the command dash out of like all of his armor moves. I wonder if he gets that on the one where he absorbs the attack. I'm surprised though that here he can't, I know this would be insanely cheap, but just looking at the animation, it's surprising that he can't go for a crouching grab here. So that's just plus. It might be because it forces you into the running stance after that hit, and you can't do the crouching grab out of it maybe. And then the forward 4 neutral 2 going into, oh god, going into the attack throw. Yeah, that's all stuff we know. That almost looks like a Fong move, right? Like the one where he goes mid-mid and it launches you up on the second hit. Or it doesn't launch you, but it like knocks you up. You know the one I'm talking about. So you know what that means, Fong's dead. See, this gives you the guaranteed crouching grab. It's like Astaroth. I love this animation as well that he has on the ground now. Just so much more personality, right? It's a theme that we see in all of these trailers, but this is so cool. I love the hit sound as well on this and how he bounces up. That's so good. There's so much impact on that. I wonder if that's a stage specific thing. I wonder if that only happens on this stage because of the like the rubber ground padding, whatever you would call it. I wonder if on stages where it's like concrete ground or rocky ground or whatever, if they just smack on the ground and stay, that would be so cool if it did. And seeing how this game has been going, I can see that being the case. It'd be really, really cool. It's an actual wrestling move, by the way. See, I know that wrestling fans as well, like little Majin in particular, is going to see all of these references and be super excited. The same thing happened with Bruce Lee as well. I just didn't get many of the references because I never watched Bruce Lee movies. Obviously, I've watched other Kung Fu movies, but Bruce Lee movies, I never really watched. Like, I've seen Donnie Yen movies. I've seen Jackie Chan movies. But, like, Bruce Lee movies, I, for some reason, I've never watched, so I didn't get any of the references. But anyway, I'm sure there are a lot of wrestling references in King 2. There always has been. I'm just ignorant of wrestling, so I don't know them. So this is the Wild Rising 2. Classic launcher. Has a new animation, which looks pretty nice. And then, this isn't the power bomb. This looks like the power bomb. Oh, but it's a 2 grab. Interesting, okay. So you have that grab that tail spins, and then you go into the running 1+2. Interesting. It's cool that they're incorporating more grabs, right? Because King is a grappler, but because of how Tekken's system is, you can only do so much with grabs. So incorporating grabs into combos, I think, is really cool. That's actually something that I said they should do with Dragunov, of all characters. Because Dragunov is like a pseudo-grappler, but when you have a pseudo-grappler, you can't really have him do grab mix-ups or anything. And so even though Dragunov's fighting style is very grapple heavy, you never see Dragunov really do any grabs. And my suggestion was to have him be able to do grabs as like his combo enders and to give him more attack throws. And they did that to King, which I think works really, really well. Let's see what he's got here. Yeah, this is a classic grab. Throw him into the wall. It's classic. New animation now, which is cool, because before it would just be like a back-turned wall splat. So they would just like splat on the wall and then slowly fall down. But now it has a new animation where they're like dizzy and they fall towards you. Wow, so he just gets a full combo off of this now as well. That's really cool. Well, full wall combo. No double wall splat here either. Oh man, this is so cool as well. This, where he has the microphone. Oh, okay, this is so good. Yeah, this is a classic. And then into heat. Yeah, that's just like, this is just a pretty typical. This is also his 12-frame punish, right? Almost all of the characters that we've seen have had the 12-frame punish on as a heat transition. Oh wait, I'm stupid. This didn't go into heat. Never mind. Cut that out of the video. Cut that out of the video. I didn't say anything. I mean, that's classic King stuff. So he does the armor that absorbs like Gigas here. And then he has the heat move, which is obviously a normal move he has, but, or not the heat move. Well, yeah, the heat move, but the power rage drive. Why am I forgetting names? Back 1-2 seems like a counter hit launcher. Yeah, it is. I did completely gloss over that because I forgot about the heat, but oh, Jesus. So I wonder then if they got rid of the back one counter hit launcher and they've replaced it with this. I wonder if you can counter hit confirm it as well. I don't know if you can in 7, but in 8, if they make this a counter hit launcher, they're probably they might change that anyway, regardless. Seems like a nerf, yeah, but I don't know shit about balance. Okay, so he does the armor, but he doesn't dash yet, but he gets a follow-up. See, this has this glowing effect on it. Might mean it's like a follow-up only after the armor hits. It doesn't seem like it's an automatic follow-up, but it might be. It might be an automatic follow-up like Kazumi's or Zafina's, right? But it doesn't really look like it is. Yeah, because if it goes into heat, you would think you have to manually do that. Wouldn't be automatic. So I wonder if he has multiple options out of this. Can't confirm in Tekken 7, hella delayable though. I mean, if it's really delayable though, they might just make it so that on counter hit, because like, I'm skipping around all over the place now. But if it's really delayable, you see on the counter hit here, that it like knocks them up like this. So if it's really delayable, by the time they come down on counter hit here, you might be able to counter hit confirm into the second hit. It would still be a nerf because it does the tail spin instead of it just being a full launcher, but this might be counter hit confirmable. Which in that case would be fine. You know, it would be like a nerf to back one, but you can still counter hit confirm it, so it wouldn't be super risky, and you would be like risking your life throwing it out, making it kind of irrelevant. I think that'd be fine. And we got armor move. I think I'm dwelling on this attack throw a little bit too much. I'm guessing that the heat animation, it's either because it can transition into heat or it's just something gets out of the armor, but who cares? And then, yeah, he has the down forward 1+2, right? And then in heat, that gives him a command throw. Oh, that's his heat drive or heat or whatever, the fucking heat move that makes him lose all of his heat. It's a down forward 1+2. Yeah, and then he gets the grab that goes into heat, which is pretty cool. This Paul is a scrub. Listen, he does the armor move here. Paul's still on the ground. He hasn't hit a button yet. He sees the armor move, and he could do the low kick here, which would probably counter hit him out of the armor, but instead he goes for mid wake-up kick. What an idiot. And then he gets, we saw in the presentation that he does grab here. Here, instead, he does this mid. So he has a couple of options out of it, but there's no way to really know, right? This command dash is again similar to what we saw like at the beginning here. In fact, it's probably the exact same command dash. Yeah, it is. It's just that he gets armor out of it. Well, no, it's not, because he doesn't point. But since he transitions it out of the armor move, maybe that's why he doesn't point. But if you do it manually, then he will, so that there's startup on it. Either way, I think the command dash is basically just the same as the Jaguar step. Right, he just does it, he moves forward, and he has a couple of options out of it. He has a grab, he has that mid, he probably has a couple others. Who cares? All right, what do we got here? Classic punish. And then he can heat off of it, and then this is all pretty much the same stuff. He did the command dash here again, and then here we saw the same grab as before. Power bomb. And then, yeah, the rage art. Gotta watch this again because it confused me last time. Paul just looks unamused here. Like, you land and then Paul's face is like, what just happened? Like, I felt like I was going to get hit there, like I was going to get hurt, and now I'm just like, nothing happened. Like, he looks so sad. Like there's a moment here of like of pain, but like this face is just like him rethinking his entire life. Like he knows he's supposed to be acting, but he's like, when's my cue? When's my cue? Oh, there's my cue. Okay, I gotta say, that's probably the for me, as a non-wrestling fan, that's probably the weakest rage art in the game. If you are a wrestling fan, that's probably sick as hell. I appreciate, if that's the case, that they're appealing to wrestling fans with King, even if it looks kind of lame. If you don't understand the reference, I think that's fine. So If it's a reference, then it's a great one. And it probably is, so it's a great one. I just don't know it. Not really. Is it not? Is it not a reference? Okay, if it's not a reference, then it's trash. He's sad because Sophie's a masochist. He's a tier player? Oh, God. That's a spot for Heat Engager, I believe. Listen, I don't know the names, okay? It's like Heat Engager, Heat Engagement, Heat Divorce. Like, it's... I don't know them. All right, what are my thoughts? My thoughts on this at the end of the day are... I think if you're a wrestling fan, this is really cool. I appreciate that they incorporate more grabs into King's gameplay because historically with Tekken's system, he still uses grabs, obviously, and he has grab mix-ups, but they haven't... It's the same thing like I was saying with Law and DSS, where for some reason King is a grappler, but it isn't really part of his identity, in the same way that with Law, DSS is a very big part of Law, but it doesn't feel like it's part of his identity. And here it feels like they really focused on making grabs part of King's identity. They took that aspect of King and they said, this is who King is, and they really put grabs at the forefront because that's his personality. And I think it works really well, and I appreciate that a lot. Nothing here really makes me want to play King because I'm not a wrestling fan, but if you are a wrestling fan, you haven't played King before, I can absolutely see how this would make you, like, bring you over into being a King player, even regardless of all of the wrestling references that were with King before. Like, being able to actually do more grabs now, I think, is a great way to push people over towards being King play, and I think it's cool. I think it works for him really well. So, tier-wise, I'm going to put him in eh. I think they did a great job with him. And keep in mind, the eh tier can be like, eh, or eh. And for King, I think it's like, eh. Like, again, it's not something that I'm... Like, King like, Law isn't a character that I'm not that interested in playing, but would I be more interested in playing him more than I am in 7? Yeah, because I think he has a more interesting, like, dynamic. If King Grab is as usable as it was in the old games, I'm all for it. Tekken 7 King Grab is not as good, true. It's just an Argentine backbreaker into an American one whoopee. These wrestling names are absurd. I'm done reacting, by the way. King was cool. That's it. I appreciate that they're incorporating more grabs. I hope they're not super annoying in the actual game. That's it. I'm done reacting.